What made your sweet grandpa snap in front of the whole family? My grandpa Joe was everyone's favorite. 78 years old, still drove his beat-up 92 Ford pickup, still made pancakes every Sunday morning. 2 months after Grandma Rose died, we had my cousin's baby shower at his house. He insisted on hosting even though we all offered our places. My aunt brought her new boyfriend Marcus, some hotshot financial advisor from downtown. Designer suit, Rolex watch, kept checking his iPhone during cake time like he had somewhere more important to be. Marcus started lecturing about inheritance planning, how elderly people get taken advantage of by scammers, how families need to step in before it's too late to protect their assets. Elderly people make terrible financial decisions, he announced, cutting himself another slice of cake. Grief clouds their judgment completely. They give money to telemarketers, buy things they don't need, make emotional choices. Grandpa Joe was at the kitchen sink washing dishes. I saw his shoulders tense up, but he kept scrubbing that same plate. Marcus kept talking louder. That's why I always tell my clients' families, you need to take control early. Get power of attorney, set up supervised spending accounts. It's really for their own protection and peace of mind. He pointed his fork toward Grandpa Joe. No offense, Joe, but honestly, at your age, especially with your recent loss, you really shouldn't be making any major financial decisions alone anymore. The entire kitchen went dead silent. Even the babies stopped crying. Grandpa Joe turned around real slow. His hands were still dripping with dish soap and bubbles. Marcus, he said quietly, his voice steady as a rock. What exactly do you think I did yesterday? Marcus shrugged and smirked. I don't know, Joe. Watched some TV? Took a nap? I sold Rose's Honda Civic. Got $12,000 for it. Then I drove myself to First National Bank and opened a college savings account for my great-granddaughter Emma. His voice was getting stronger with every word. Day before that, I spent 4 hours reorganizing my entire investment portfolio. Moved $50,000 from low-yield government bonds to index funds. Want to see the paperwork? It's right there on my desk. Marcus tried to interrupt, but Grandpa Joe wasn't finished. Last week, I went through every single piece of Rose's clothing, sorted it all myself, donated 3 garbage bags to the women's shelter downtown. Not because grief clouded my judgment, son, because I knew she'd want other women to feel beautiful wearing her things. He took a step closer to Marcus. You know what terrible financial decision I actually made today? I let a complete stranger into my home who thinks my 78 years of life experience somehow makes me stupid. The whole room was frozen. Nobody was breathing. I built this house with my own 2 hands in 1974, paid it off in exactly 15 years, raised 4 kids here, helped my neighbors through floods, divorces, cancer, job losses. His voice started cracking just a little. Rose and I saved every single penny for 53 years. We've got more money sitting in that bank than you'll probably see in your entire lifetime, Marcus. And we did it without one piece of advice from someone wearing a $300 tie. Marcus was turning bright red now. But here's what really gets under my skin about you, Marcus. You think losing the love of my life somehow made me weak and helpless. You're dead wrong about that. It made me dangerous. He grabbed the kitchen towel, dried his hands real slow. Because now I've got absolutely nothing left to lose in this world. And I've got 53 years worth of fight stored up inside me with nowhere to put it. Grandpa Joe walked straight to the front door and opened it wide. Thanks for coming to my granddaughter's baby shower. Now get out of my house and don't ever come back. After Marcus left with his tail between his legs, Grandpa Joe sat down at his old kitchen table. The exact same table where he and Grandma Rose drank coffee together every single morning for 47 years. He looked at all of us sitting there and just smiled. Anyone want to see how that college fund's doing? Emma's money is already earning 4.2% interest. That was 3 years ago. Grandpa Joe still drives that same pickup truck, still makes pancakes every Sunday morning, and he just bought his great-granddaughter Emma her very first car last month, paid cash.